Gap Kids ignites a social media firestorm after a controversial photo in a recent ad campaign is deemed racist. There's a photo right back here behind me. The photo appeared, Joya, as part of the Ellen DeGeneres-inspired campaign, which highlights young girls who are making a difference in the world. Now, these young ladies were selected because they are members of the Les Petites Cirque, which is the only all-kid humanitarian cirque company in the world. Issues came up for some in looking at the photo with regard to the messaging because some were bothered by the expression on the black girl's face and the fact that another girl, who happens to be white, has her elbow resting on top of her head. So we're going to go now to look at some of the social media backlash. At Gap Kids, thanks for perfectly illustrating what passive racism looks like in mainstream media. Hashtag diversity fails. She is not your armrest. At Gap Kids, what is the message for black girls? Are they meant to be seen as subordinate? Shame on you, Gap. As a parent of a black daughter at Gap Kids, I find the optics of your ad run completely counter to the messages I'm instilling in her. That ad certainly isn't suggesting that black girls, quote, can do anything at Gap Kids. It's incredibly distasteful to your black consumer base. Clearly some strong feedback from the public over this strong feelings.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's very interesting. A lot of people look to advertising and media as sort of reflective of, social issues or social ideas. I mean, I absolutely notice if there's overt sexism in ads and, of course, racism as well. So it's totally people's prerogative what they see when they see that. I, on a personal level, don't feel like maybe Gap or even Ellen certainly meant for that to happen. It's just a very unfortunate side effect of wanting to do a campaign that's empowering, and yet this is what happened.
And I think sometimes in life, the manner in which we see things, the manner in which we view things, is all based upon our experience. Our experiences in life inform our action. Our social capital, our political capital, our cultural capital, all influence how we view things and how we meet the world and meet things that appear in front of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you happen to know if has Ellen made any comment about this?
At the time of our broadcast here, no.
No, which is very interesting, and especially because she's somebody that advocates for strong women and she advocates for human rights in general. I mean, I have to say, I'm probably because I'm a fan of hers as well, that I'm really bummed out about this. I mean, when I look at something like this, I can absolutely see what people are talking about, but it makes me wonder if there was, just a photo shoot where all of them kind of switched positions or whatever, and this is just sort of what happened, and then unfortunately is being perceived that way.
Well, what's interesting about this is that there was another photo shoot that happened where a black girl, as you see on the screen behind us, has her elbow on top of a white girl. But some of the opinion about this was that the white girl seems to be a little bit more fierce and a little bit more engaged.
So it was specifically that in the other picture, the girl, she looked very passive and just looked, I mean, the other girls are lifting her leg over her head, so it was kind of like, what is this very passive, not particularly active stance? I don't know.
I mean, and to throw a whole another wrench in all this, pertaining to this photo, the mother of the young black girl released a statement saying that the girl who has her elbow on top of her head is actually her sister, so the two girls are sisters.
Which people don't know.
But how would you know that?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, that adds,
That's a whole nother dimension, and that's the thing with advertising, with photographs, so much of it is subjective, and we want to know what you think. So let us know what you think about this. Share below on our social media. Let us know your opinions on this.